this video, can you fight with a walking cane? And the answer is, of course you can. Let me show you how. First thing I'm gonna show you are some warm-up spins. This is for training. Now, you can say, well, I'm not gonna spin if the guy's coming at me, he's about to hit me in the face, but you can, and you can back him up very quickly. So the spin is one technique you could use to spin yourself with a walking cane. If you had it like this, crook facing back in a traditional way, you're walking down the street, you see the threat, he's coming at you aggressively, you have time to get your hand up and say, get out of my face, don't touch me, I will defend myself. You can bring the cane up and allow it to rotate through your hand a little bit, strike you, maybe he's reaching out to punch you or stab or slash or hit you with something, and you smash his hand out of the way and then bring it back across the side of his head for self-defense, you knock him out. That's one way you can fight with your cane or your walking stick. You can bring it across this way, so it simply comes off the ground, comes over, and comes back. If you need a walking cane to walk, if you picked it up and you fall on the ground, then you lean onto one walking cane. I've got to bring the other one over. You lean into one as you bring the other one up and defend yourself with it. These are all based on what we call combat cane spinning, but you can call it whatever you want. Someone made that name up. I didn't. Doesn't matter who made it up, but this is an easy way to understand it. You allow your palm to face the sky. The long side comes out of the thumb. Your hand is not fully gripped. It's a loose grip, and you just crank it around like you're trying to start up an old-timey car. So you bring it around this way. After you do this for about 30 seconds, bring it across the body and back, and I found that you can do this very easily, sitting on the edge of a bed, sitting in a chair, sitting in a wheelchair. So you can do this standing or sitting. It's a good way to warm up. It's going to put callus on your hand. It's going to help you with timing and distance, and it's going to help you strike a lot harder for self-defense when you need it. So spinning is one way you can do it. Another way is just lift this straight up between his legs, or maybe up under the chin, or again, he's reaching, smashing, breaking that hand just by lifting this way. You can hold the cane either way, either with the crook facing out. You can bring that up, you can bring that across and back, spinning the way we just did a moment ago. You can do that with the left hand or your right hand, doesn't matter which hand, they both work evenly. The next thing I'm going to show you is by sliding your hand down the front, you can now put it between you and the threat. Now you've got a big piece of oak like this Cane Masters self-defense cane. Cane Masters is the best. I put a link in the description in case you need one. You don't need a Cane Masters. You can use your aluminum cane. You asked me recently what happens if I'm traveling. A lot of times when I travel, I carry a lightweight aluminum cane. Sometimes they're foldable. Can't do all of the strikes with that cane, but you can do a lot of the thrusts with that cane. You can put the other hand on it and you can push him back and get him out of there. Libertarian Minded is here. It's good to see you. All right, so your hand's here. You're walking down the streets in that traditional way, crook facing back. Bend the knees, slide your hand down the front, bring it up between you and the threat. Notice your other hand always comes up. Get this in this protected position. You can guard yourself here. You drive that elbow into his face. If he's trying to hit you, you can absorb the attack while you strike with this thrusting motion. Second, bring it to your shoulder, striking through. Bring it to the other shoulder, striking back. Those are just diagonal strikes. They can go to his temple, they can go to his jaw, they can go to his arm, they can go into his ribs, they can go down into his thigh or into his knee or into his shins. It's all the same angular strike. Off the same shoulder, off the other shoulder. The key is keep the cane between you and the threat, fight from behind your cane. So you're in this position, bend the knees, the other hand naturally comes up, stand up, give your verbal command, back up, you're too close, don't come any closer, guard your head with the other hand, thrust, angle down, horizontal strikes, bringing it back, and again, same as before, hitting in all ranges of motion or all levels, into the head, into the body for self-defense, down into the legs for self-defense, and then finally, a vertical strike, coming straight down on the top of his head for self-defense. If you can knock him out, shut off his operating system, then you're gonna be safer. Maybe you're smashing that hand, smashing that arm, he's holding onto your loved one, your wife, your daughter, your son, your grandson. He won't let him go. An innocent person smashed using that vertical strike with this hard piece of oak, or I like hickory, it's my favorite, but whatever yours is made out of, that's gonna break his bone, that's gonna force him to let go. So you smash down. So we have angular strikes, we have horizontal strikes, and then you have vertical strike coming down. If you want to get fancy, you could bring it up to and hit him up under the chin, up between the legs like that. That's by sliding your hand down. So can you fight with your walking cane? Yes, you can. It's very simple. Walking cane, whether it has this crook, can be a straight walking cane with that hard knob on the end. It can be a derby cane without the crook, with just a handle here. All these techniques are pretty similar and they work with all these. So the answer is yes, you can fight with a walking cane for self-defense. The next one, if I turn it around and I show you the crook facing out, this is going to give you a better position when you walk. It's ergonomically better for your body. It supports your body better if you put the crook out. It also allows you a lot more power and leverage in these basic swinging strikes. In my opinion, when it comes out of the pinky side of your hand, it hits a lot harder than when it comes out the thumb side of your hand. You have more leverage this way. So from here, you can slide your hand down the back and bring it up this way. You can also Charlie Chaplin it and pop it up that way. Maybe you're like an English gentleman or something, you know, like they carry their canes and their umbrellas. But from this position, it's very simple. You don't want to risk losing it this way. Although that's why we do all that combat cane spinning too. That's to put the callus on the hand, get the proprioception, timing and distance, spatial awareness. All those great things come out of that warm-up spin. Now we're here, crook facing out. Get it turned there. Bend the knee, pop it up, put it between you and him, you and the threat. Back up, you're too close. Now you don't have the long side out. If you're afraid of him grabbing your cane and taking it out of your hand and beating you with it, you might want to carry it like this. Put this between you and him. Hey Doug, it's good to see you. From this position, it becomes like a big fist. That's a big knuckle. Just coming straight into his teeth, his nose, his throat, his solar plexus, anything you can remove or destroy for self-defense. That's the second thing you need when you fight with a cane for self-defense, is you need principles of self-defense. And those come from Tim Larkin's book, When Violence is the Answer. If you haven't read it, you gotta read it if you're at all serious about protecting yourself, your family, your children, your grandchildren, your significant other, and some bystanders, especially yourself. That book, When Violence is the Answer, I put the description, or the link in the description, along with the description to these canes if you want to see what a self-defense cane looks like, or use whatever you have. But the basic principle is this: you're gonna use violence against violence. He's trying to take away your life, your ability to breathe. Maybe you take away his ability to breathe. He's trying to take away, he's poking his thumbs in your eyes, trying to take away your ability to see. Maybe you take away his ability to see, or breathe temporarily through the nose to the mouth, permanently, through the solar plexus. His ability to stand up and hold his stomach, his lunch in his stomach. Hey Daryl, it's good to see you. Daryl's in California, be safe out there. California is such a beautiful part. What part of the state? North, south, central, coast, or high mountain desert? I've been everywhere in California. I love California. It's one of the best states in the union. From this position, the cane between you and the threat, you can jab straight to his face, just like that boxer's punch. You can bring it around as a hook, smashing into his head, to his temple, his jaw. What can you remove or destroy? Back to the book by Tim Larkin, When Violence is the Answer. Question is, what can you remove or destroy? His ability to see, breathe, temporarily, permanently, stand up, be awake. Maybe you smash him, hit him in the temple, knock him out, hit him in that jaw, knock him out, hit him in that neck. There's a process of nerves there. Hey, Daryl's in Northern. I was talking to the guy I work with last week, one of the guys I work with, and we were talking about, he said, I've always wanted to see one of those big trees. I said, you gotta go to Northern California, you gotta go to the Cascades, but you have to go up toward Oregon, and you start to get into the redwoods, and they're like nothing you've ever seen. Big Sur, get up to Big Sur, spend a couple weeks, spend a couple days driving up and down the coast. You'll see things you've never seen anywhere else in the world. Hook in here, you can also bring that back, ripping the eye out of his face for self-defense, or digging into his neck. So yes, you can fight with a cane for self-defense. Think about an uppercut coming straight up under his jaw. This extra piece of wood makes it heavier, gives you more surface area to strike with. So that's simply smashing with the crook. You can also bring the long side up, maybe between his legs, up under his chin, again into that hand, bring it up at an angle, twisting your wrist as you come across to accelerate the power and the speed, add more force into that strike. Coming across here, coming up here, coming in at an angle. You can even come down at an angle if you needed to, all from this position here, throwing it to the other hand, striking through like a bayonet. If you're in the military, or like a rifle butt strike, change hand positions for that one. But it's in this position, pushing here, smashing through here, boxing his ears, chopping him down like you're using an axe for self-defense. So can you fight with your walking cane for self-defense? The answer is yes. You might be seeing seated, and from a seated, I don't have a chair, from a seated position, just put it between you and him. Hold on to it with 2 hands. You're stronger with 2 hands. He comes in and starts getting your face, smash it up under his chin. Smash it into his eyes, smash it into his solar plexus. Knock his wind out, turn it at an angle, go in for the throat. If it's a self-defense technique where it's life or death and you need to be sure that you're all right, bring the backside up this way. Thrust and push him back that way. Chop from a seated position. You can do all that here. You can hit this guy, hit that guy. You can change hands, swinging down using the crook for self-defense. So can you fight with a walking cane for self-defense? I showed you just a handful of techniques. There's so many more. The key is, what can you remove or destroy? That's Tim Larkin's book, When Violence is the Answer. Again, that underpins all this. Technique is not important. Strategy is important. Principles are important. How you employ your cane for self-defense. All you do, you read that book, you don't even have to read the whole thing. You can read all the stories, read all of his reasons why. But once you understand what can you remove or destroy, find your target acquisition, take a little breath, mentally prepare, then you're ready to defend yourself, whether you have a cane or anything else. Let me show you one more thing. Hey, Eleanor, it's great to see you. Yeah, Eleanor says demonstration of multiple moves. I just showed you a handful. There's so many more. And as you go through and learn how to fight with a cane for self-defense, the question is no longer going to be, can you fight with a cane, a walking cane? Of course you can. It's very obvious. It's just a big stick with a hook on the end, or maybe a ball, or maybe you've got the derby style. Think of a hatchet. Think of a war hammer. Take a band, a resistance band. I put a link in the description if you don't have one. They're less than 20 bucks. You can get a couple for less than 20 bucks. Go for the smallest one and then the second smallest one. You use your cane now. This is how you get stronger. And so when you're asked, can I fight with a cane? Can you fight with a cane for self-defense? Yes. How do you get stronger fighting with a cane? Turn your cane into a home gym for less than 20 bucks. Put your hands here. Now you're doing standing push-ups. All the muscles in your upper body, your chest, your biceps, your triceps, your forearms, your hands, your shoulders. I think I said that. You're gonna have to suck your gut up and in. So your abs, your core muscles, they're all getting stronger from this position. You wanna go with time under tension, 30 seconds here will give you a great sweat. It'll also start to engorge your muscles with that plasma, that blood that you need for them to grow stronger. Not big beach muscles, but strong, knock somebody's teeth down their throat for self-defense muscles. Don't touch my wife, self-defense muscles. Don't touch my husband, don't touch my child. Don't ever think about touching my grandchild. Get away from me, get away from him, get away from her. Self-defense muscles, all using your resistance band. After you rest, after 30 seconds, push down. Activate the lower part of your chest. Think about pushing yourself up and out of a chair. Think about pushing some nasty person out of your face for self-defense. Pushing down, 30 seconds here, rest. The best thing about it is you can drop your arms and the band's gonna hold it there. So you can go make yourself a cup of coffee, have a little bite, get some protein in your body. More protein is better, in my opinion, especially as we age. And then, it's not my opinion, it's my experience. What I've been learning is as I increase my protein intake, this one's hard. This is the upper chest. This is more triceps. But these are all the muscles that you need to be strong and be able to defend yourself with your walking cane if you have to. If you have to learn how to fight with your walking cane for self-defense, pushing up and out. Then you rest. The next exercise is for your upper arm especially, so that you can pull through and smash into his face for self-defense with your walking cane. You bring it up to your forehead and you're just pushing out, straight out. And that's burning. I don't know what I did yesterday. I didn't go to the gym or anything. We went to the beach, we went swimming. I know what I did. Went to the range and had to do my annual requalification. And it wasn't a lot of rounds, but before I go, I do a lot of dry fire so that I can get ready to be able to be effective in my job. So I carry one of these for my job. And I was on the range yesterday and I'm burning in the shoulders, and I'm over here using this band thinking, come on, I didn't have arbor, I didn't do push-ups yesterday. Why are my arms so sore? Now I remember it's from the range. And I had an excellent time, and I also had an excellent score. So practice, practice, practice. You can control it because you got a great grip using the bands. You'll do really well. Hey, greetings from Germany. It's good to see you in Germany. Put it behind or under your hips. Stay safe over there. I didn't see your whole comment, but stay safe. Bend the knees. Now you're working your biceps. A lot of power in the strikes come from that upper arm, especially the biceps in the front. Push the hips back. That'll engage your core. That'll make your posture better. I like to do one set here. I like to do the second set inside, my hands inside the band, changing the grip. I like you to do your third set, palms facing down, either outside or inside, and pulling up. Remember what I just said about the range? You want that power. You want to be able to control your firearm for self-defense. Have a great, powerful forearm. You want to be able to defend yourself with your walking cane for self-defense. There's your grip muscles. You're going to get that from that reverse curling motion. And then there's all kinds of other stuff you can do. You can stand on it and do your curls like this. You can bring it up. You can do upper chest presses. Hey, John, it's good to see you. Morning, John. John, I missed it. These comments, they only stay there for like 12 seconds. Not even that. It takes me that long just to walk up. I've been using my cane a lot more. I have the cane I carry in my car is my nicest cane. It's not my nicest, it's the one I like the best. And I've been having these flare-ups. My knee hurts. My hip that I had replaced, I thought it was going to be magical and perfect, but now it's starting to get tight again and I'm losing some range of motion. A little bit of pain. I'm not telling you I'm whining about it. I'm just telling you I use a cane because people say, well, you can't use a cane. You don't need a cane. You don't need a cane. Yes, I do. I use mine all the time. I use a lot more lately. And both of my knees, like it hurts when I extend them and it hurts when I pull them in. What's that all about? I thought it only hurt in one direction. They hurt in both directions. And they're not as stable. They're not as stable as they used to be. Every once in a while I feel like it's going to give out on me. But that's the beauty of a cane. And like I said, if you need a cane for mobility, so that if you picked up your cane, you'd fall to the ground, lean on one and fight with the other one. Just train yourself. It's called adaptive. Adapt to it. That's what we have to do. As we get older and we don't have a choice, you can sit you do have a choice. Sit on the couch, sit on the chair, get yourself one of them lazy boys. Recline it, put a pot of chips on your belly and some Coca-Cola in a can and stuff your face and feel sorry for yourself and cry and moan and groan. I know you're not gonna do that. That's the joke. Or get yourself a resistance band, do a little bit at a time, get your cane, go out in the garage, go in the hallway, or just get away from your chair and take the weight off your legs and start to get some stability back in the knees. I'm not going back to 19-year-old knees. Neither are you if you're not 19. But we can get stronger. I can get stronger. And the cane will help you do that. So whether you use your cane every day for mobility or you want to have just a perfect gray man, gray woman option, because you can take this with you anywhere and everywhere you go. This will go through TSA. This will go onto the plane. This will go to the other side. This will go in any city in the world. They're not taking your cane. It's a medical device. It's a mobility device. And can you fight with a walking stick or a walking cane? Yes, I think there's no question. Yeah. Eleanor says she requires 2 walking sticks for mobility. One, lean into if you have to, come to, and if you can, and you're all limber, that hurts my knees, you're all limber and loose, and you can, dancy fancy and cross your feet and do the Charleston and all that while you're spinning your cane and you're wearing your top hat, go for it. But if you can't, and you need to lean into one so you don't fall on the ground and smash him with the other one so it gets out of your face for self-defense, learn how to do that. But wherever you are is where you are. Don't hold it against yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Give yourself some grace and make a little progress every single day. Yeah, don't do, Shake Scan says, don't do the Bugs Bunny dance. I was thinking of something else, honestly. I was thinking, who was that? Twinkle Toes. Was Twinkle Toes a dancer? Was there a Twinkle Toes? Am I making it up? Fred Astaire always looked masculine, I think. Maybe I'm thinking of a different guy. But I love Danny Kaye. Danny Kaye was such a great dancer. I know these are like 1,000-year-old people. Most of you guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about. But when I started thinking of, because there's some people that want you to fight like Errol Flynn with your cane, which is fine. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying it doesn't work for me. I'm a big, lumbering, slow, plodding person without a cane. When I have my cane, I'm not moving that fast anymore, and I'm not sidestepping as well. But with the cane, you can a little bit, and then if you add that to your practice, you'll be able to. So make some adjustments. Eleanor says she enjoys my jovial demeanor. Thank you. I'm trying not to make fun of something that I see some people teach, because I've learned a long time ago I'm often wrong. I think, I wouldn't do that. That's silly. Don't do that. But if I said that out loud, and then someone will come back and show me where it's super effective, and I'll say, oh, once again, I was wrong for that person in that situation. It was the perfect thing to do. So I have learned to stop saying it. I don't know. I don't know, you don't know, only God knows. That's what I learned, is that before we judge, there's no need to judge. Do what you want to do what makes you feel good, do what feels right to you, learn what you want to learn, and if it doesn't work, you change it. But don't listen to some expert through a piece of glass that you've never met, or that maybe you have met, that you've listened to for a long time. Still don't trust that person. Figure it out for yourself, and then do what feels right. Hey Gordon, it's good to see you. But don't give up. That's my whole point. Just keep moving, keep training, keep doing something. Figure out what works for you. Don't let someone else take away the things that bring you happiness and joy. I've been hearing that a lot lately. Don't let someone else steal your joy, and it makes a lot of sense. And I'm guilty of that a lot. I'll say something or do something or make a face, and then I see how it affects people, and I often forget how much power that we all have on one another, which is ill-placed, right? But be considerate about that. Think about it, I guess. I'm not saying, go be a priest or a monk or anything like that. I'm just saying we could all be a little bit kinder. Be a better place in the world, right? Less need for self-defense canes, more needs for just walking canes. But now we know how to do both. So learn how to fight with your walking cane, because you can. If you've ever wondered, can I fight? Can you fight with a walking cane? The answer is in a million different ways. As long as you have three things, but at least three: a cane, an open mind, and Tim Larkin's principles of self-defense when violence is the answer, which is in the description. And I'm just telling you that because I really think it's that important that you know that. If you're really serious about self-defense, you got to read that book. Go to the library and check it out at the library, save your money. We do that. We're headed to the library now. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you so much for being here this morning.